Hello everyone, welcome to DTB TV. Absolutely buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Now, it's really sad when you're having to argue with fellow supporters when making a major signing. But that's 2022, innit? It's the world we live in these days. You have supporters that clearly have a narrative and an agenda. My narrative and my agenda is always being what's best for Liverpool. So yeah, I can change my mind sometimes, because I've just had somebody say to me now, oh, you were calling FSG, you were FSG out only a week ago. I wasn't. Anybody that watches my videos will know that I never once said FSG out. I just said that FSG need to sign in this window, in my opinion, based on the fact we were having COVID tests that were coming back as positive and taking most of our players, right? So all I wanted us to do was have a bit of a bigger squad. That was it. Not once did you see me saying FSG out. Not once did you say me calling for the owners to go, because I'm not a retard. Because anybody that wants our owners to go, I don't care what world you come from, isn't wired up right. Because we are owned by FSG, that is round about worth, I think, a couple of billion. I think they've gone up to like 3 billion now. They've increased their profile and their collection of teams and that they own around the world. Manchester City's owners are worth 25 billion. Newcastle United's owners are worth 300 billion. So in a way, if it annoys you that we might have to sell a couple of players in the summer or even now to fund the Diaz deal, so what? Get over it. Because the only way we get what you want is if we sell to a Dubai or sell to a Qatar owned company. Because the only way we would sell under FSG would be if we got one of them. So then we'd become like a Man City, where we're buying titles, where we're buying everything. We are run as probably one of the best run businesses in the world, right? Because of our owners. And another thing, did you see the news yesterday? We sold the third most shirts in the world. Only Real Madrid, and I think it was Barcelona, I'm sure it was Barcelona, were above us in shirt sales in the world. We're even selling more shirts now than Man United. So as a business, we are completely flourishing. I said it yesterday, £260 million they are spending on the ground. I live right outside Anfield. It's unbelievable what they are doing. And still we have supporters not happy. Now, I cannot understand if you ain't like me at the moment. I've got Sky Sports News on right now. I am absolutely fucking buzzing. I've just watched a YouTube I've not seen much of Diaz, I'll be honest with you. I've not seen much of him. But what I've just seen, he is everything that Liverpool need. He twists, he turns, he can take on players. He's strong, he's dynamic, he can finish, he can assist. He's only just turned 25 a week ago. If, when you hear news that Liverpool are sending representatives over now to Argentina, I'm going to watch Colombia tonight at 11 o'clock, to get the medical done, and all you can say is, oh, well, that means Salah's going now. Oh, well, I wanted Erling Haaland. Well, to the person that said that to me, you haven't got a cat in hell's chance of us signing Erling Haaland in the history of the world. I'll tell you why. Because you can't moan about Salah not getting the money he wants and then want Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland wants twice as much as Salah. You are never ever going to see Erling Haaland at Liverpool, not in a million years. He has the worst agent in the world, right? It wants ridiculous millions for himself. I think the package is something like 400 million if you wanted to sign him. Don't think so. Don't need him, especially when he comes out and says that, you know, he didn't win a duel against flipping Van Dijk. Well, he can't be that pissing good then. Let's not forget he's playing in Germany, right? Germany, where Jadon Sancho completely ripped it to shreds and hasn't even had a fucking assist this season for Man United. So let's see how good Erling Haaland is when he gets his next move. So if you're telling me that we're going to sign Erling Haaland and pay him more money than Salah, right, when he's never proven to score goals in the best league in the world, yet Salah has, then you live in a different world, not me. So that's that out of the way. I am absolutely buzzing with the fact that we're pulling this signing through early, because do you know what? It is tiring having to argue with the fan base about FSG. It's tiring. And like I said, I have never ever once called for them out as owners. I was stood on the fucking streets of Anfield with banners out supporting the players during COVID, right? And I did all the flag welcome and everything to give the club support. And I was stopped and interviewed by Redmen TV and even used as their main interview for their show that day. And they asked why we wasn't protesting against the Super League. And I said, today's match day. Today's the only day that we get to support the Reds. You can protest 6.5 days a week. So with me, the only time I had my back off at FSG was when they went through that Super League. If they had followed that through, not only would they have lost me, Liverpool would have lost me as a supporter, because that would have been the end for Liverpool, in my opinion, and they changed their mind. That's the only time I've wanted them out, until he apologised. And John W. Henry was the only owner that personally apologised via video. The rest all bottled it on fucking letters by their personal assistants that were typed for them. So what we should be doing now as a fan base is being excited by the fact that we are top of the Champions League. We won our Champions League group. We won all 6 games. It is the weakest Champions League that I've ever seen. Barca ain't what they used to be. Real ain't what they used to be. Bayern ain't what they used to be. You know, Inter ain't what they used to be. AC Milan ain't what they used to be. All these big galactic sides are not as good as us. The only team you could say that is as good as us is probably PSG and probably Man City. Well, guess what? We've had them over 2 legs before. We've creamed them. So we should be going into this season absolutely buzzing. We're still in the Champions League, still in the FA Cup. We're at Wembley next month. And we're now pulling in one of the best attacking players in the world in January. And in the summer, if we go and get Jude Bellingham, which I think we will, I think he will be the only big signing of the summer. You're saying that ain't progress. I mean, someone just put on the comments a minute ago that FSG lack ambition. They've broken 2 fucking world record transfer fees with Van Dijk and Alisson that eventually got beat by Kepa and fucking Slabhead, right? They've also broken 3 club record transfer fees. Not ambitious. They could have kept Anfield at 44 fucking thousand. It's now going to be 61. I mean, what more ambition do you want? We've gone from fucking New Balance to Nike. All right, they're not great kits, but it's ambition. It's the biggest sporting manufacturer in the world. You know, we've gone from being Europa League fucking team in the Europa League to the world champions. That's not ambition. What are these people smoking? And I know everybody says just ignore them. They're just honestly, they live on a different fucking world to all of us, right? I want us to go into. I really hope now. I actually thought this Diaz signing would shut up them people now. They are buying players. They're buying top of the range players. Let's see what we can all do this season. How many trophies we can win. And you've got people turning positives into negatives. Oh, Diaz aside, that means Salah's going. Oh, Diaz aside. Oh, I wanted Erling Haaland. Do you know what? Go on FIFA now. Go on fucking transfers and sign Erling Haaland and put him in the Liverpool kit for yourself. If it means that fucking much to you, go and do that and cream loads of goals. Put it on fucking amateur level so you win 20-0. It ain't football. It ain't happening. Realistic targets. Targets that fit the criteria that I keep saying. We always sign players that are at the right age, the right position. I mean, I have just watched that video of Diaz, and it was as if it was Jota or Salah or Mane running. It's as if like we just study players that much that they will play the way we play. It's as if Klopp just buys pairs of gloves every window that fit him perfectly. He rarely gets a signing wrong. Karius started off well. All right, you could say Karius is his probably only poor signing of his whole time here. You know, so it's just one of them. I just don't understand why people just don't let it go. If we didn't sign nobody in this window, okay. If we wasn't second in the league and still in the title race, okay. If we wasn't in a final in the League Cup, Okay, if we wasn't still in the FA Cup, or we were sat 8th in the league and we're getting outspended, okay, that's when you've got credit behind what you're saying. But you can't say it when we are flying. We are in the best position we have ever been in to win every trophy since the days of fucking Dalglish, since the days of Paisley, since the days of Shankly. This could be domination, right? And all our fans are bothered about is who wins a fucking argument. I ain't bothered if I lose an argument if it means we're having parades in this city and there's 1 million people on the streets. But some people, they can't handle it. They can't handle being wrong. And if you are FSG out, right, after this window, and if we go and clean another 2 or 3 trophies up this season, if you're still FSG out by the summer, then there's fuck all we can do for you. Nothing. You'll never walk alone.